We got the media team in here. We're the media
We're the
team.
media team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
In the block.
Approximately 1:13 a.m., surveillance footage at the Airbnb again revealed a dark gray or silver sedan arriving to the Airbnb. RW exited the passenger side of the vehicle and entered the Airbnb. A few minutes later, at approximately 1:20 a.m., RW exited the Airbnb with the suitcase, put the suitcase in the trunk, and got in the dark gray or silver sedan, which departed. The Airbnb, though, was rented for another day, and RW was not set to leave until a flight scheduled the following day. Both of Henley's phones did not begin reporting location data again until approximately 2:15 a.m. So his phone was off for an hour and 12 minutes. Both of his phones were turned off. Based on investigative test drives and research, the drive from the studio to the Airbnb would take roughly 17 minutes. After Henley's phone stopped reporting location data when they left the vicinity of the studio, the dark sedan arrived with RW at the Airbnb 15 minutes later, which is consistent with traffic patterns after midnight. The drive from the Airbnb to the location where RW's body was found, and then to the location where Henley's phones began reporting again, they actually have this part blocked out.
Oh, so you see what they did?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, he fucked up, baby. Not only did he cut it off, he cut it back on, so they was able what they call to triangle it. So what he cut it off, I guess, at the studio, wherever he was at, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he probably used somebody else's phone to see if they could track it, whatever the fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
The locations, right? Once they seen it was gone, they saying he went to the Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
They got the address of the Airbnb,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they see how much time it took there. And then from the Airbnb to where the body was dumped, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess he went back to the studio. So they're able to triangulate 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and whatever 15 minutes, right? So let's just say that's 50 minutes. So within a 50-minute time frame, your phone went off at this place and came back on at this point. He's thinking they're not going to be able to see him go boom, boom, boom. But they didn't find out where he went, and that can only come from Sylvester.
That's a fact. And the other.
Hey,
I don't know who else was there.
hey, Wack, you good.
Talking
It's
about
48
the
minutes. You good.
What I tell you. Right there.
You good.
The phone should have never came back on.
Exactly. We never caught that.
Stupid ass nigga thought he was being smart.
I keep telling y'all he ain't smart. How long I've been telling y'all that? You don't leave it off, leave it off.
Well, let's see how unsmart he is.
But let me see why. Now you do know they canceled the BlackBerry a couple years ago, right? And he moved to an app on the phone. And I guarantee you the reason why he had to cut it back on, because he got to stay available for that grid shit. I guarantee you that's why he was forced to cut it back on. That's a fact.
That's a nasty word.
But I mean, I just ran the triangle. I didn't even know what it said. So you said it was 48 minutes?
48 minutes, what?
There you go. He's a bozo. Let's keep it.
Let's break it down. So based on the investigative test drives and research, the drive from the studio to the Airbnb would take roughly 17 minutes. After Henley's phone stopped reporting location data when they left the vicinity of the studio, the dark sedan arrived with RW at the Airbnb 15 minutes later, which is consistent with traffic patterns after midnight. The drive from the Airbnb to the location where RW's body was found, and then to the location where Henley's phones began reporting again, they have this part blocked out. Basically says it's 48 minutes. The approximate time for the drive, murder, and moving of the body, particularly in the middle of the night without traffic. One of Henley's phones then made a call to Robinson, who witness 1 reported was still at the studio, which is corroborated by Robinson's phone location data. According to witness 1, Robinson asked witness 1 if he had seen Henley, which witness 1 found odd since Robinson was Henley's driver and bodyguard. At approximately 2:30 a.m. or 3 a.m., Henley returned to the studio alone in the dark gray Lexus and spoke with witness 1, who reported that Henley appeared to be drenched in either sweat or water. Henley told witness 1 that he was coming back from the gym.
Slow down. Is witness 1 they saying a female, or is that the security?
That's security.
Okay.
RW's body was found hours later at approximately 9 a.m. One of the detectives investigating the murder believed RW died at that location near the side of the road on I-15 after he observed the roadway contained a distinct patch of blood which trailed down the hill from the roadway into the desert along with the drag marks. Henley's phone location data shows that he departed Las Vegas to return to Los Angeles at approximately 10 a.m. Here's the evidence from the scene. Officers and medical professionals responded to the scene of RW's murder, and a subsequent autopsy found that RW died from multiple gunshot wounds. The responders noted that RW was not dressed for the weather, which was cold and inclement on the night of the murder. DNA was collected from RW's ankle sock area, consistent with the direction that RW was dragged into the desert off the highway. The DNA profile obtained was not complete, likely due to the aforementioned inclement weather on the night of the murder. Analysis of Henley's DNA profile was inconclusive, such that he could not be excluded as a contributor of the DNA. Robinson, on the other hand, was excluded as a potential contributor of the DNA found on RW. Witness 1 told detectives that DS, which is, I'm guessing DS stands for who? Henley's associate, removed video recording equipment from the studio a couple days after the homicide, including destruction of surveillance video data that would have shown RW and Henley at the studio shortly before RW's murder. Witness 2 told the FBI that Henley ordered Witness 1 and Witness 2 to leave the premises, take a walk, prior to the removal of the video recording equipment. Witness 1 explained that the 3 relatively new surveillance and working DVR devices had been removed from the studio and all the security cameras were disabled. Witness 1 stated that the replacement DVRs were installed, but that they did not work. Witness 3, who had previously installed the DVR's equipment at the recording studio, also spoke with the FBI. According to Witness 3, on January 31st, 2021, which is 6 days after the murder, Witness 3 went to the studio to fix video cameras that were not working at the studio. After Witness 2 called Witness 3 to fix them, Witness 3 analyzed the equipment and concluded the DVR system was unplugged or turned off. According to Witness 1, DS then sent him money to purchase new DVR equipment for the studio. I believe that there's probable cause to conclude that footage from the DVR system would have shown an altercation between Henley and RW on the night of January 24th, 2021, and at a minimum, Henley and RW leaving the studio together shortly before RW's murder. On January 27, 2021, detectives spoke with RW's family, which was the first time his family learned that RW had died. On January 28th, detective again spoke with RW's family. Generally, his family confirmed that RW lived in California and worked as a musician. He was recently working with a music producer, Henley, who was also from California, and Henley had booked RW's Airbnb and traveled. RW's family explained that RW was close with Henley and trusted him. Henley coached RW in football since RW was young. RW lived with Henley for a time while in high school. At some point, Henley believed RW had worn a chain that belonged to Henley's son to school without permission, and RW was kicked out of Henley's home. PM, RW's aunt, added that she called Henley on January 27, 2021, after learning RW had been killed. Henley claimed he had not seen or heard from RW and did not know his whereabouts. PM confronted Henley about arranging a trip for RW to record in Las Vegas, and then Henley admitted that he had done so. PM had overheard Henley speaking with someone named KF, whom investigators later interviewed. I don't know who KF is, Wack. About RW's travel arrangements. In a later interview, during the pendency of this investigation, PM said that Henley would call her on a weekly basis prior to the murder, but after that call on January 27, 2021, PM never called again, never again heard from Henley. Las Vegas PD also learned that a CA, a friend of RW, spent the week in Las Vegas and visited RW's Airbnb. According to the CA, at about 2 a.m. on Sunday morning, January 24, 2021, Henley came to the Airbnb and asked RW why he did not show up to the music studio the day prior, January 23, 2021. RW claimed he did not have a ride to the studio. CA reported that it was odd that Henley actually took the time to show up at the Airbnb in Las Vegas to confront RW. CA and his family left for California Sunday afternoon, January 24th, 2021, at about 2 p.m., and CA had not heard from RW since. Through the entire investigation, the family members and friends who have been interviewed had pointed to Henley as a person they believed to be responsible for RW's murder. Within days, multiple people were sending Instagram messages to Henley demanding answers for what happened to RW, all of which went without response. Las Vegas PD searched RW's Instagram. RW's final Instagram message to Henley regarding the price of a song was sent on January 24th, 2021 at 1:57 p.m. Henley did not respond until January 26th at 8:14 a.m., almost 24 hours after Henley left Las Vegas following RW's murder. In the meantime, the evidence shows that Henley has seen RW at the studio the night of January 24th, 2021, after RW has sent that Instagram message, and Henley presumably would have discussed song at the time at all. That Henley sent the message on January 26th in an attempt to plead ignorance that RW was murdered and to avoid suspicion from law enforcement of his involvement in the murder. On February 3rd, 2021, Las Vegas PD conducted a recorded interview of KF, the person's RW's aunt heard Henley talking to about RW's travel arrangements on January 27th. I'm not sure who KF is at this point. KF, oh, here we go. They tell us. KF was the account manager for Unique Music and handled the artist's travel needs and expenses. KF used KF's mother's Uber account to coordinate rides for RW while RW was in Las Vegas. KF confirmed he worked directly for Henley and had arranged for RW's flight to Las Vegas. RW was supposed to fly home Tuesday, January 26, 2021, possibly in the morning, over 24 hours after RW was seen leaving the Airbnb with his suitcase to the gray or silver sedan and then found dead. KS also arranged living arrangements for RW at the Airbnb for the week of January 19, 2021 through January 26, 2021. Additionally, KF explained that part of his job, so you know he's a man, KF explained that part of his job was to arrange for transportation via Uber to and from the studio for RW, who left 2 controllers and a jacket at the Airbnb that the Airbnb owner had contacted KF about after KF used an Airbnb application on his phone to make the reservation. In reviewing the audio of this interview, it is clear that KF hesitated
Big U in
when
custody. Big U in custody.
they got him in custody.
Yep.
Where they catch him at? His house somewhere?
I don't know.
You say?
So, let me see who's smart enough. How do you think Wack knows Big U's in custody? Leave it in the chat. Let me see who's thinking stupidly, who can put all the facts and clues together on how Wack would know that. Nope. Yep, getting close, CL. Let's see which one. Getting close. When you're dealing with a homicide, who's always notified first?
The family.
The wife.
If you're not married, who's in line? If you ain't married with kids, who they gonna notify first?
The mama.
There you go. The mother just tapped in and said he's in custody. They notified the mom. Like I told you on the 100 side of Clubhouse, the information rolls through. We get it. We discuss it. It's content. We in the metaverse in this motherfucker. We got 698 people in here. I'm sorry, 706 people in here. I can't see the chat, but we're going to continue to keep the ball rolling. They picked up 2 more people since since the room been running. It looked like Big U's the main one they picked up. Looks like from the loose cannon thing, his wife picked up, has shown that they've also picked up loose cannon from his YouTube channel.
Next, we get into the Title III wiretaps. Y'all ready? Page 44. In 2023, after the Las Vegas PD attempted to interview parties about the murder, Henley and his associates made several inculpatory calls regarding the murder. So remember, inculpatory means that they made statements, right, that prove that they did something. Here's those statements. Let's get into it. What did they fucking say? Henley and his associates made several inculpatory calls regarding the murder, which were intercepted by law enforcement pursuant to a Title III wiretap. First, Las Vegas PD went to Henley's home at Henley's. I'm not going to dox him. So, if you don't want me to, let me know. When he was not there. After leaving a business card and informing Henley's wife, S.H., that they were there following the 2-year anniversary of R.W.'s homicide. We're new to the case and we're just talking to everyone who was close to R.W. S.H. called Henley from Henley's father's phone. S.H. had not done this before during the entirety of the wiretap. Henley answered, "What's up, Dad?" Further showing the nature of the call. S.H. then explained that the detectives came by their home and were looking for him and talking to others. Henley asked how many officers, but was otherwise extremely circumspect. In the hundreds of hours of calls captured that the detectives had listened to, Henley's voice was notably and conspicuously different on this call. S.H. also lied to police, stating that Henley only lived at this one address sometimes. In actuality, the FBI observed on surveillance and in months of cell site location data that Henley was there most nights unless he was traveling. After the call, Henley did not return home for 2 weeks again, something he had not done during the entirety of surveillance or on-site location data received by law enforcement. Moreover, that night, victim 1 paid an extortion fee to Robinson, who was driving Henley's Mercedes, again, Robinson driving Henley's Mercedes was something that had not occurred before during the course of the investigation. Based upon the agent's training experience, they believe that Henley not returning home for 2 weeks and having one of his associates driving his car were attempts by Henley to avoid law enforcement regarding R.W.'s murder. On or about February 14, 2023, at approximately 12:05 p.m., Henley called Martin. During the intercepted call, Henley told Martin he wanted to meet with him at Martin's auto shop to discuss the police investigation into R.W.'s murder. The following is a transcript of their conversation. Here we go. Henley, 5 detectives went by my house this morning from Las Vegas, and you said they wanted to talk to me. You hear me? Martin says, yeah. Henley, probably let you know they was asking about RW, and told, it says the static cuts out, 2-year anniversary. It was, they wanted to follow up and talk to everybody who was close. And where were you at? Martin says, I'm at the shop. Henley says, all right, I'm pulling up on you. Martin says, all right. Based on other intercepts, the agent knows that Henley believed the FBI may be intercepting his telephone calls. Therefore, he believed he wanted to meet Martin in person regarding the murder in order to avoid speaking on a telephone line that may be intercepted by law enforcement. Following the call to Martin, Henley immediately placed multiple calls to DS, the person who reportedly removed the video surveillance footage from the studio. The first few calls were not answered. Then Henley told DS he needed to meet with him. The following is a transcription of a portion of the conversation. Henley, where you at? DS, at the house, ready to jump in the shower. What you on? Henley, I need to pull up on you. DS, all right. I'm right here at the house. Henley, all right. I got to pull up on you. DS, how long are you going to be? Henley, you about to go nowhere, are you? Nah. Henley, okay. DS, I'll jump in the shower though. Just ready though. Henley, okay. DS, all right for sure. As discussed above, DS reportedly removed video surveillance evidence of Henley and RW's presence at the studio hours before the homicide, namely all the security cameras and DVRs from the studio. On February 16, 2023, Henley was on the phone with DS. Henley told DS he was traveling to Las Vegas the following day where Witness 2 was located. On February 16, 2023, Henley was on the phone with DS. Henley told DS he was traveling to Las Vegas the following day where Witness 2 was located. Las Vegas PD had begun interviews of witnesses regarding RW's murder, and I believe that Henley may have been going to Las Vegas to confront Witness 2 to see if he had talked to law enforcement. So we know Witness 2 is a he. On February 21st, 2023, Henley received a phone call from his son. Henley's son told Henley that Las Vegas PD called him about RW and suggested that detectives had spoken to SH and Henley already. Henley told his son that nobody had spoken to him and that detectives directed him not to talk to anyone anymore about RW. That same day, Henley called SH to tell her that LVPD detectives had called their son about RW and what was said.
He called who?
Henley called SH to tell her
That's
that
right.
the detectives had called their son about RW and what was said. Henley told SH to call LD. LD is the mother of KF. So I guess we know who KF is now, right? Henley told SH to call LD. LD is the mother of KF. Henley's employee who booked victims RW's travel arrangements and lied to investigators when questioned. So that's whoever is his manager doing Neek Music is KF. And LD is the mother of KF. Let me keep going.
LD's the mother of KF.
And KF is an employee who booked the victim's travel. They work for Unique Music as a manager.
What Oh, okay. This shit getting crazy. Oh, we got some shit better get crazy. Let's keep going. We'll figure out who LDKF is in a minute, but we got to get to this juicy shit.
So it says during the course of the Title III interceptions, the investigator listened to multiple calls in which Henley directed those who wanted to discuss illegal activity to contact him on FaceTime or WhatsApp. I believe that Henley did so because those applications are encrypted, and Henley suspected that his phones were wiretapped at various times.
Hold on, slow down.
Mm-hmm.
It's a DS in there?
It's a DS.
And they said DS is what? What did the DS do?
Let me scroll back up. DS reportedly removed video surveillance evidence of Henley and RW's presence at the studio hours before the homicide, namely all the security cameras and DVRs from the studio. It says
DS. And this has something to do with the Williams boy?
Yeah. So that's the person that went to the studio and removed all the camera footage. And they're saying that the camera footage would have shown them scrapping inside the studio the day prior.
The day prior?
It's like the murder, it's like 12:01, so they're saying like that night, and then it goes to the next day, basically.
So what time they say the murder happened?
They said like 2 a.m., something like that.
Oh.
But they got him going
2 hours after.
Yeah, they got them going back a couple of days later, destroying all the footage and taking all the cameras and shit out of the studio.
Hey, Wack, look at your phone.
No, hold on. I know. What you talking about, Big U?
Nah, something else. Look at your phone.
Brick Baby involved in a separate sealed indictment, Lil Durk's.
Oh, we want that up already.
Oh, yeah, we know that. We went through it. We already know that.
I just want to text you that, Ghost.
Ghost, boy, you better you need to stay grounded, Ghost. Stay grounded. Okay, let me. Oh. Now, this studio, is this? Because I remember earlier they said something about a Grammy-nominated studio. Is this another studio?
This is the studio. Hold on. This is a studio in Vegas. Did they get the location?
Because I remember them saying a Grammy-nominated Studio One. Or did he leave that and go to another location?
There's two studios, one that they own and one that they don't own that they're talking about.
Okay, I know who these people are.
Yeah, I got you.
Keep going. All right.
Let me scroll back up. Hold on.
He's going to tell, too.
Who? DS?
Yeah, DS going to talk.
Oh, wait.
What you gonna pop up in here somewhere, too? The restaurant lady son is coming.
All right. It says later that same day. No. All right, let me go back up. Yeah, basically they're just talking about how KF is Henley's employee who booked victim RW's travel. Right? They lied to investigators when they were questioned.
KS or DS?
KF. So KF is Henley's employee who booked the travel for the victim. They work for Henley under Unique Music as a manager, and they're responsible for booking all of the travel for his artists. So that's KF. LD is KF's mom, right? And then DS is the one who went back to the studio and got rid of the evidence.
So they're gonna arrest DS?
Unless he telling already.
Oh, he gonna tell. That nigga weigh 100 pounds. He telling.
Oh shit.
Yep.
So next they go into the robberies, right? So now we're on page 48.
Hold on 1 second. Initials KS.
Mm-hmm.
And the mom is who?
LD.
KF. Mom is LD.
And that's who allegedly Henley told his wife to call LD, call the mom of KF.
Told Stacy to call the mom of KF. Oh shit, wait. This is CEO. I got Dr. Umar's daughter online. She want to tap in on your Clubhouse. Let me know when you can talk. Shit. Whenever she ready.
Right now.
Now's a good
Right
time,
now.
isn't he?
I mean, we could take in a mission to talk to Dr. Umar's daddy. Hold on. Y'all witnessing in real time how Wack get shit. They sent it to me. Get mad at me, shit. All right, let's keep rolling. Yeah, B. My floor appreciates me reading out loud the live text messages. Shit. All right, let's keep it rolling. I got somebody working on the initials. Let's keep it rolling.
Robbery in violation of the Hobbs Act and as racketeering activity. According to witnesses, including victim 1, and corroborated repeatedly by wiretap and recorded meetings with Big U Enterprise members, the Big U Enterprise sets up and executes robberies throughout Los Angeles. Normally, Henley provides the target and location while the robbery is committed by the Big U Enterprise or at the Big U Enterprise's direction using the Rolling 60s or other associates. The Big U Enterprise, as well as the individuals who personally commit the robberies, will take a cut and then often sell the robbery proceeds or give the robbery proceeds back to a victim as a power grab and to instill fear for future robberies of violence. One such robbery occurred on July 5th, 2021 at an unlicensed marijuana dispensary in LA area where victim 1 worked. Leading up to the robbery, the Big U Enterprise had been extorting victim 1 for years, and victim 1 had been paying the Big U Enterprise up to $25K per month when victim 1 was at the top of his earnings capacity. Shortly before the robbery, however, victim 1 had ceased paying extortion to the Big U Enterprise as victim 1 did not believe it was necessary or that he was receiving any benefit from the payments. On the day of the robbery, approximately 11 of the Big U Enterprise members and associates, including Robinson and Williams, both of whom victim 1 knew well as Rolling 60s members, rushed into the dispensary armed with firearms and without masks. They demanded belongings of anyone inside and stole cash and marijuana from the store before fleeing. At one point, they demanded a Rolex watch from one of the co-owners, but at Robinson's direction, they ended up letting him keep it. According to victim 1, while still at the dispensary, they have a footnote in here. It says to satisfy the Hobbs Act commerce element, it is enough that a defendant knowingly stole or attempted to steal drugs or drug proceeds. For as a matter of law, the market for illegal drugs is commerce over which the United States has no jurisdiction. Okay. According to victim 1, at one point they demanded a Rolex watch from one of the co-owners, but at Robinson's discretion, they ended up letting him keep it. According to victim 1, while still at the dispensary, the robbers put victim 1 on the phone with Henley, who invited victim 1 to Henley's home. According to victim 1, when victim 1 arrived at Henley's Arlington premises, Robinson, Williams, and other robbers were there, as well the proceeds of the robbery. Inside, Henley told victim 1, "That's how you rob yourself." Henley then demanded $10,000 from victim 1 to ensure other robberies did not occur. Henley also directed victim 1 to identify other businesses or dispensaries that could be similarly robbed and assured victim 1 that the Big U Enterprise would compensate him for identifying any robberies. Henley then provided a portion of the robberies proceeds back to victim 1. They have a footnote here. As stated below, victim one's account is corroborated in a consensual recorded conversation in which Henley and Robertson asked for robbery targets from victim one. So this is recorded, Wack. It says this modus operandi
The
is
female
corroborated.
name was LD, right?
LD, yes, sir. That was the mom of KF.
Okay, that's Lalani Dale. She's a board member.
Oh shit.
Spies is working. They didn't tapped into his management records. So I don't know what she is, but she's a board member. Lalani Dale.
This is gonna get bad. So this is they got so what I'm reading next, guys, Wack, is what they have on Wiretap, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
this is
yeah, I
all
know. The Queen was just reading some of that shit. This shit finna get crazy.
we
Shit,
good?
I'm a star some of them lines. Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Oh shit. This is not coming from me. I'm gonna say your name.
Hey, I don't give a fuck.
I got you.
Ain't nobody bigger than the guys.
I got you. I'm just joking.
Let's go.
I got you, dog. All right. Williams later admitted to this robbery and the aftermath on a podcast. On the No Jumper podcast, after stating that Williams was Henley's right-hand man, Williams explained, so basically, he'll manipulate things. We'll go and do something. And then the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later as we're trying to count everything. And we'd be like, how the fuck? Williams then said that Henley would state, well, we just gonna give him like 40,000 back. Wack 100, who is a rival counterpart of Henley's for the Bloods, was also on the podcast and stated, you know why he wanted to give the dude back the 40, right? Because he was gonna make the dude give him 20 for getting it back. Williams then agreed, of course he did that. He did that to two famous rappers. Williams then detailed demanding 50,000 from the celebrity rapper RR, or they would kill the celebrity rapper MM. So we can assume that's Rick Ross and Meek Mill. Williams then said Rick Ross dropped off the 50,000 and Henley stopped answering the phone and then did not share any of the proceeds with Williams. According to further No Jumper and Vlad TV segments, Henley then served a cease and desist order on No Jumper, and this podcast episode was removed from the platform, although a recording of the episode remained available elsewhere online. Want me to stop there?
Hey, bro, read the shit. Nigga, don't skip nothing.
Williams' recounting of this robbery occurred years after the robbery of Victim One's dispensary and years after Victim One had already recounted and documented the robbery for the FBI. So Victim One already recounted and documented the robbery for the FBI.
Victim
Lately,
One
Williams
already cooperated.
That's what it says, and documented the robbery for the FBI.
Okay, what robbery we talking about? Are we talking about the marijuana?
Yeah, the dispensary.
The dispensary robbery, yep.
That's Dale. That's Dale, nigga named Monster.
Got
Dale,
that?
I'm sorry. You ratting. That's Dale. Go ahead. Let's keep it going.
Lately, Williams has claimed in multiple interviews that he is no longer affiliated with Big U, whom he now refers to as Big Useless or Big Uterus. However, Williams...
Yo.
They put that shit to work.
Fucking crazy,
Yo,
yeah.
this
That's
nigga right
fucking
here.
crazy, yeah.
Yo, this shit diabolical. Go ahead, bro. God damn, let's go.
I end up on the news clip. However, Williams continues to discuss former Big U Enterprise businesses, to discuss and threaten violent assaults and robberies, and to actually commit the same. For example, on January 3rd, 2025, outside of the No Jumper podcast filming location in LA, Williams struck the victim in the head multiple times with a firearm and pointed a firearm at the back of his head, while two other suspects removed valuables from the victim, including jewelry, cash, and a cell phone, an excess value of $5,000. The victim lost consciousness during the incident, which was captured on video and posted to social media, apparently to stoke fear and boast of Williams' pennant for violence. After the incident, Williams posted a 7-minute video on his YouTube channel discussing the beating, stating that he used to be Big Useless's enforcer, and that he loves to fight, and that the incident could have been a lot worse. Williams' post also played a portion of the assault. Similarly, on February 25th, 2025, Williams posted a video on his YouTube channel in which he threatened anyone that is at odds with him to do something bad to you, your mama, your daddy, anybody. In that same video, Williams walked through the checking in process and walked through the fact that he would rob any celebrity who did not check in, including at an Airbnb, a restaurant, a car wash, or anywhere. Williams also said that he was with Henley when rapper Rakim Hashim Allen, aka P&B Rock, was robbed and killed. That they told him to, this part is blacked out, that they told him to, and that they would get the jury later.
Wait, slow down. I've never heard that.
That's wild.
Hold on. I've never heard him
What
talk
the
about
fuck?
P&B Rock.
You want me to back up?
I've never heard Loose Cannon fucking. First of all, they already know who robbed P&B Rock. That ain't got nothing to do with Big U on him. So where did that come? He said, wait. Where did they get that? He said that from.
Let me back up. Let me read it again. Similarly, on February 25th, 2025, Williams posted a video on his YouTube channel in which he threatened anyone that is at odds with him to do something bad to you, your mama, your daddy, anybody. In that same video, Williams walked through the checking in process and walked through the fact that he would rob any celebrity who did not check in, including at an Airbnb, a restaurant, a car wash, or anywhere. Williams also said that he was with Henley when rapper Rakim Hashim Allen, aka P&B Rock, was robbed and killed. That they told him to blank and that they would get the jury later.
Okay, that don't make sense. So he said this on his channel?
That's what it says.
What was the date? February what?
February 25th.
February 25th. Somebody go get that.
That don't make sense because Big U had no involvement. That shit on the east side. Let's get that straight.
Yeah, it says walk through the kidnapping of it says also walk through the kidnapping of a famous rapper that Williams and Henley committed together, and then discuss several Big U Enterprise associates being good in LA because they have checked in. Some of those mentions were let me see. I don't see where he goes.
Yeah, he ain't had nothing to do with that P&B shit. I don't know.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm finding that hard to believe he said that. Like, I mean, shit. Both the people been convicted, the father and son.
It says, according to Williams' statements in a publicly available online video, he kidnapped the victim, put him in the trunk of his car, and drove him to Henley's home. Okay.
He said that on a video?
Yeah, it says, according to Williams' statements in a publicly available online video, he kidnapped the victim, put him in the trunk of his car, and drove him to Henley's home. So that's what he's talking about. He kidnapped a famous rapper that Williams and Henley committed together, and then discussed several Big U associates being good in LA because they did check in.
But he didn't put no name on it.
He put no name on it. Doesn't look like.
So they're trying to paint the picture that he's part of the empire.
Right.
Okay, I got it. Let's keep rolling.
All right. It says in February 2025, Williams also took part in a filmed conversation with multiple people on YouTube in which Williams told another participant that you will lose your life. And then when Williams found him, Williams was going to do something bad to him. Throughout this investigation, the FBI obtained many recordings of Big U Enterprise members and associates discussing robberies that they were committing or planning to commit. For example, on August 6, 2021, on a recorded call, Robinson told Victim 1, trying to lick somebody that ain't even hard. All this shit is just, this ain't working, man. I'm like, man, I'm in the wrong business, homie. In my training and experience and investigations to this case, lick is consistent used as a slang for robbery. On June 22nd, on another recorded call, Robinson told Victim 1 that Henley had been asking Robinson if they needed to do a takeover, which I know based on my training, experience, and participation in the investigation to mean a takeover robbery, of victim 1 at his marijuana dispensary again because victim 1 had not paid his extortion payments. Then on July 9th, 2022, Henley told victim 1, "We gotta rob someone. You with that bullshit." On July 31st, 2022, Henley told victim 1 that Henley needed $30,000 to pay his development options staff and was considering a robbery and increased extortions to obtain the funds. Henley was also intercepted on a telephone call telling an auto shop owner that Henley knew how much he had paid the shop owner because the payments was proceeds of a robbery. In other Title III wiretap interceptions, the agent also heard Henley planning a robbery of individuals that had stolen equipment from a celebrity rapper. Using an Apple AirTag...
Wait, did you say an Asian?
Say one time?
Did you say something about an Asian?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Asian. And I'm trying to figure out who this Asian dude is on this Rico. Go ahead.
In other Title III wiretap interceptions, the agent also heard Henley planning a robbery of individuals that had stolen equipment from a celebrity rapper. Using an Apple AirTag that was with the equipment, Henley Martin and other individuals obtained firearms and began to stage the robbery to get back the equipment. However, when they arrived, the police also arrived, having been called by the celebrity rapper. They witnessed the staging of the robbery on the surveillance before it was called off. So they witnessed the staging of the robbery on the surveillance before it was called off. On November 11th, 2022, on another intercepted call, Mitchell discussed above and Henley coordinated. So this was on an intercepted call, right? Zaire Mitchell, Brick Baby, and Eugene Henley coordinated how Mitchell would give Henley the proceeds from a robbery that Mitchell committed. Henley and Mitchell were talking about how much money should go to Henley. Then, in multiple other intercepted calls and text messages, Henley talked with Blanton and Robinson to help Henley collect from Mitchell's associate. Talking about Mitchell, Blanton said, "They robbed a nigga for some shit. They made a nigga call his plug and then they booked him." Talking about further splitting the proceeds. Henley told Blanton, "I'm gonna grab half of that, whatever he got them. I'm gonna give it to Vay, and Vay can bring the rest for you." It says Vay is Robinson's moniker. You got that, Wack? Vay is Robinson? You may know that.
No, Vay is Sylvester Robinson.
Sylvester, yeah, it says right here, it says Vay is Robinson's moniker.
Yeah, okay. Vay is Mr. Belvedere. He drives him around everywhere.
Gotcha. Right.
He drives him everywhere, yeah.
So it says, on a subsequent call, the agent heard Henley counting out the money and saying that it ain't nothing but 2 to 3 racks. Blanton responded, "Brick Baby said it was supposed to be between 5 to 7, man. Gotta make that call out to Brick, man." On April 22nd...
Wait, who the fuck is Blanton? Hold on.
Blanton's in the works.
Who the fuck a Blanton? What is your picture? Who the fuck is Blanton? Let's see. Is Blanton? Oh, shit. I know who Blanton is. Okay. Can you go back a little bit? Let me follow this. So, this is a robbery. So, it's Blanton, Brick, and who?
And Brick, Eugene Henley.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
So, Brick Baby said it was supposed to be, this is on a call, right? Brick Baby said it was supposed to be between 5 to 7, man. Gotta make that call out to Brick, man. April 11, 2023, Henley and Blanton again discussed an individual who was supposed to be robbed in the near future. So they got him on the call talking about robberies. Let's see. A significant portion of Big U's enterprise consists of various extortion schemes checking in. What else? Let's see. One of his extortion victims, victim 1, was a promoter and marketer who profited from club promotions, operating in interstate commerce, and worked for legal or quasi-illegal marijuana dispensaries, as shown in recorded conversations and controlled payments. Henley and Robinson were quite open in their threats of violence and intimidation if the victims did not pay the Big U enterprise. As stated above, the July 5th, 2021 robbery was a key to their scheme of extorting victim 1 And that once Victim 1 stopped paying extortion fees to the Big U enterprise, they robbed him to reinstate their control. At one point, Victim 1 asked in a recording what he was paying for, and Robinson explained that it was like they state that Brick Baby is one of Mitchell's monikers. At one point, Victim 1 asked in a recording what he was paying for, and Robinson explained that it was like a retainer, and that if and when Victim 1 was robbed, Victim 1 would not have to pay extra money to the Big U enterprise for the return of his property. Of course, as discussed above, it was Big U enterprise members and associates who were the ones who had robbed Victim 1. And they did charge Victim 1 for giving his things back by not returning the entirety of the property they themselves stole and demanding more money and targets to rob. The evidence supporting the Big U Enterprises extortion activities includes consensual recordings made by Victim 1 of phone calls. So consensual recordings made by Victim 1 of phone calls. So Wack, Victim 1 recorded all those phone calls. Meetings and controlled extortion payments. Statements describing being a victim of the extortion scheme from Victim 1. Title III wiretap calls discussing extortions and payments, and threats made to other individuals on Title III wiretap calls showing the modus operandi of the Big U Enterprise extortion racket. Examples of some of the extortion-related recordings obtained from this investigation include controlled payments with the FBI's involvement are bolded. 4 days after Big U Enterprise robbed Victim 1, as discussed above, consensually monitored calls of Victim 1 in which Robinson tasked Victim 1 with identifying additional robbery victims for Henley and Robinson, where Victim 1 would receive 25%, and noting that Henley was discussing that Victim 1 owed Henley money, having only paid a portion of what he owed. Another recording call in which Henley stated that any payments that Victim 1 receives from another person he extorted must be paid to Henley. Another call in which Robinson told Victim 1 that Robinson needed to tell Henley something about the amount of money that Victim 1 would be paying to Henley, and Victim 1 said he would pay $500 to $1,000. Another recorded call in which Robinson asked Victim 1 what he has for Henley, and Robinson discussed how much Victim 1 can pay, but ultimately promised to cover for Victim 1 and allow him to pay the following day rather than face Henley's anger. Another recorded call in which Henley and Victim 1 discussed how much money would go from any event to Henley, the Rolling 60s, Robinson, and Victim 1. Henley stated that he wanted his money later in the day. Victim 1 and Robinson discussed how Victim 1 was being taxed by Robinson and Henley. Another call, we discussed that another extortion victim was not paying Henley what he was owed because DC was conducting business in Los Angeles. So, on 9/23/2021, Wack, you have
You say DC?
So this is different, right?
Yeah,
So,
no, that's the same promoter. DC's is
right.
part.
But check this part out, Wack. Up until this point, these are all consensually recorded calls, right? On 9/23/21, you have a consensually monitored call in which Henley discussed how another extortion victim, i.e. DC, was not paying Henley what was owed because DC was conducting business in LA. So, monitored call means what? Recorded call means what?
I don't know. Monitor call means, nigga, you calling in knowing it's hot. That's it.
And that's between Henley and DC.
So he's lining is DC going against the Victim 1, which is Monster?
Or could somebody be wearing a wire Wack?
Hey,
Do they have an issue?
I'm thinking this is a wire, Wack.
yeah, but that monitor mean it's probably an agent listening on that
It,
or something,
Yeah,
huh?
with a wire.
That's what I'm thinking. It's monitored.
We got to record it. Monitored is one of them working.
Or it was a bug in there.
So
yes, they listening.
I say monitor.
How are they referring to the party promoters? Victim 1?
They say a monitor call.
Victim 1
involves supervisors listening.
Oh, slow down. Victim 1 is what? Is the that's
party
how
promoter.
They party promoter. DC is a promoter out of Dallas. He out of Texas, right? Houston, Texas. Everybody go to strip clubs, they know who DC is, right?
Yeah, nigga know DC.
Yeah. But so I'm trying to figure out. You got who's talking to DC? Big U?
Big U and Robinson. Robinson is talking to victim one more than Henley's talking to victim one.
Yeah, that's he gonna pass it off. So DC is DC. I'm trying to figure. Hold on, bro. Robinson. Who the fuck is Robinson?
That's
Oh,
Sylvester.
that's Vay. That's Vay.
That's right.
Okay, yeah, that Vay and victim one is the same. They both the same temperament.
Okay.
DC. So who's talking to DC? Big U?
So right now we have a consensually monitored call in which Henley discussed how another extortion victim was not paying Henley what he was owed. So this has to be a wire somewhere.
DC wired.
Is he talking to DC? Let me see. This is he monitored call in which Henley discussed how another extortion victim. It says IEDC was not. So he's talking about IE. The victim is DC. Doesn't say he's talking directly to DC. But let me keep going. DC was not conducting business. So the next one is a recorded call in which Henley stated that he was just taking over the account, referring to DC, and that he will be taking every fifth table that is sold at DC's club. So that's a recorded call again. Every fifth table at DC's club, he's taking over.
So he's telling somebody this. He ain't telling DC this.
No, it's a recorded call.
Okay.
But the only recorded calls are coming from victim one. Right.
Victim one. That's Dale. Dale already, huh? What'd you say? You said loose lips?
I said juicy lips.
Oh, you talking about your lips?
Yeah.
I know they are. I told you that earlier. Okay, Dale, which is Monster.
Oh,
Dale and
shit.
Monster, same person. He's a party promoter. That's victim one. He already working.
Okay.
We know he working.
We got him.
Go ahead. So Big U's talking to somebody else about the play he's gonna run on DC is what this paperwork saying.
We got it.
So that means whoever Big U talking to is wired.
He's wired with it. So that went to the Queen asking about that Title III communication.
All right, let's keep it. We trying to figure out who the fuck he talking to.
Okay, here we go. We got some more. So next we got a recorded call in which Henley asked victim one, why was he on the phone with him when he was coming to pick up his money right now? They didn't discuss how much will be paid electronically and how much in cash. Later that day, Robinson provided victim one with the number to pay an associate Tubbs for Henley. So who's Tubbs? Next, you have a recorded call in which Henley told victim one to get a cannabis shop up and running for him to pay some rent. You have another recorded call in which Robinson told victim one to give Henley a weekly salary of $1,000. Robinson further advised that victim one gets in trouble when promising larger amounts. Robinson also asked victim one where DC lived because he and Henley were trying to fuck DC up based on his non-payment referenced above. So Robinson also asked victim one where DC lived because he and Henley were trying to fuck DC up based on his non-payment referenced above.
What the fuck is wrong with Vay? Oh man,
I don't think Vay moving like
he the consigliere.
That's what I'm saying. He moving.
He called and talk about where DC live because me and Big U try to fuck him up from non-payment. That ain't even Vay. This shit is hilarious. Go ahead. This is crazy.
All right. The FBI provided $500 in cash for the meeting, and victim one paid that money to Henley. They set him up with the
so that's Dale. Dale really working. Jeez.
The FBI provided $500 in cash for the meeting, and victim one paid that money to Henley. Next recorded call, in which Robinson asked how much money victim one had for Henley. And well, I think he's gonna want at least $1,000. Another recorded call in which Robinson asked victim one how much he will have. They discussed both cash and electronic payments the following day. They continued a similar discussion regarding $1,000 to $2,000 in payments. Another recording call in which Robinson arranged a meeting that was also recorded. So another recorded call in which Robinson arranged a meeting that was also recorded. The FBI provided $1,000 in cash that victim one paid to Robinson for Henry.
Whoa, this nigga Dale was all the way out there. And
In
Robinson
the
is vague.
discussion,
Dale was all the way out there. Yo, this nigga was all the way out there. And Vay, your ass, that's why he told on the murder. Vay gave up all the details on the murder because he had all this shit right here. They had him dead bang with conspiracy. You dead bang with it, bro. You nigga, you making the calls and trying to find niggas. This because Vay ain't did a day in jail, bro. Vay gotta be like 55, 57. He ain't did a day in jail. Man, they telling this nigga, we got you, boom, boom, boom. He finna hurry up and tell.
Yep.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. This is getting wild. Damn, took you to read this shit, Prince. Let's keep it going. I don't know
do what
where
I
you got
do,
this
right?
paperwork, bro. I don't know where you got this
This
paperwork.
shit wild, Wack.
Where you
Nigga,
got
nothing
this?
yet.
I'm bitch
I done
ass
scanned.
nigga. I'm bitch ass nigga. Sit this nigga this paperwork. Whatever one of you niggas must be telling how you get this paperwork. You tell it, nigga. Oh shit, Wack.
Say, bro, how's this shit way down here, bro?
I mean,
That's
listen,
crazy. That nigga out here. DC out
listen. Yeah, but DC do a lot of party promoting down here too. Let's keep it going, my nigga. Damn, this is crazy.
Another recorded call, now we're in 2022, y'all, in which Robinson arranged a meeting that was also recorded. The FBI provided $1,000 in cash that victim one paid to Robinson for Henley. In the discussion, victim one discussed how Henley took the entire $30,000 from Deja Vu, which is discussed further below in connection with Henley, Robinson, and Martin, extorting $30,000 on December 2nd, 2021. Robinson explained to victim one that he was taking way more than that and discussed Henley's spending after receiving payments. Another recorded call in which victim one requested an extension from Robinson regarding a payment. Robinson told victim one that he'd been holding Henley off and that Henley had been asking for victim one's payment. The FBI provided $1,000 in cash that victim one paid to Robinson on camera for Henley. They had him on camera accepting it too. Another recorded call.
Tell. They got this nigga locked in with the extortion. That nigga Vay, nigga, I know that nigga. I know Vay. He gonna tell. Yo, nigga, the feds is giving them the money. Where Ghost at? Let me see if Ghost can grab this though.
Yo.
Ghost, okay, Ghost. You hearing what's going on, right?
Hell yeah.
Now, we hear the extorting and we hear the lineup going on. But what else do you hear?
Dale is working like a motherfucker,
We know that. We
bro.
know Dale working. We know the feds is giving Dale the police the money and all that shit. But what else do you hear? What have I been telling y'all? We kept this nigga afloat. Nigga, he going through all this for $1,000, nigga.
Oh, facts.
That's a broke nigga.
Yeah, he broke as hell.
$500?
500, 1,000. He pressing for 500 in a rack.
That nigga talking about he trying to find out where a nigga stay at about $500 and $1,000 payments.
$1,000. All right, let's keep it going.
Another recorded call in which Eugene Henley called victim one and said, "Bring me. I need $1,500 real quick." Victim one told Henley that he had just paid Robinson $1,000 2 days prior. Another recorded call in which Robinson told victim one that Henley was increasing victim one's taxes to $3,500. Another recorded call in which Robinson told victim one that other individuals were paying the Big U Enterprise $2,500 to $3,000 so that Henley could purchase a $30,000 necklace for his wife's birthday. It's bad work. Another recorded call in which Robinson told Victim 1 that Henley wanted to collect $2,000 from him every Monday. Another call in which Henley told Victim 1 that he needed a donation for his wife's birthday. Victim 1 told Henley he had already paid Robinson, and Henley responded that his math was wrong. Another recorded call in which Robinson and Henley demanded that Victim 1 stop doing business with the big U's enterprise rival Wack 100 because he was a rat. Robinson told Victim 1 that...
Slow down. Go back. This is what I told y'all I booked the show with the nigga and all the shit happened. Remember I told y'all I booked the show with the nigga? Sada baby.
Right.
Yo, come back and come run that back. I'm keeping up with it. So they like 2021 right now. It's got to be 2021-ish. This COVID is happening right now. 2021, 2022. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, let's run that.
So now it says, Robinson told Victim 1 that Henley had been asking for money from Victim 1 and that Henley asked if they needed to do a takeover of Victim 1 as they had with the previous armed robbery of Victim 1's marijuana dispensary. Another recorded call in which Robinson told Victim 1 that Henley was angry and needed 2 racks for him. Another recorded call in which Henley demanded money from Victim 1. Henley told Victim 1 that he needed the money for taxes and EDD. Huh? Now we're in July 2022. Another recorded call in which Henley told Victim 1 that he needed $30,000 in the next couple weeks to pay his developing options staff and was considering a robbery and increased extortion payments to obtain the funds. Big U specifically said he did not care if they had to rob Peter to pay Paul. They need to get down, which is slang for robbery. Victim 1 then paid $1,500 of his own money on camera. Henley said we bumped the weekly down to $1,500. Victim 1 paid Robinson $1,500 from the FBI on camera. Robinson and Victim 1 discussed the history of payments Victim 1 had made to Henley and that Robinson, according to Robinson, did all the work. Henley then arrived at the location. Another recorded call in which Robinson told Victim 1 he needed money, followed by Robinson consulting on Victim 1's anxiety and fear of Henley, how Victim 1 can get more time to make the payment, and how to calm Henley down by paying a portion of what he is owed. Another recorded call in which Robinson asked what time Victim 1 would meet for money. Victim 1 then paid Robinson $2,000 of FBI-provided funds on camera. During the conversation, Victim 1 asked what he was paying for. Robinson said, if anybody come rob you, you ain't gonna pay extra money to get your shit back. Robinson described it as a street shield. Victim 1, though, has told agents that only Robinson and Henley have robbed him. Damn. In the same meeting, Robinson told Victim 1 that Henley was the buffer and that Henley was only OG, still actively killing people. Now we're in September 2022. Another recorded call in which Robinson asked Victim 1 for his location so they could get the payment out of the way. Victim 1 then paid Robinson $1,000 of his own money on camera. Another recorded call in which Robinson arranged to meet Victim 1 for payment. Victim 1 then paid Robinson $2,000 of his own money on camera. Another recorded call in which Robinson told Victim 1 that if he was not in the middle of Victim 1 and Henley, it would be very, 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 very bad. Robinson also stated that there are 2 people that owe the Big U Enterprise $200,000, and Robinson had yet to threaten them. Another recorded call in which Robinson wanted to pick up payment for Henley. Victim 1 then paid Robinson $2,000 FBI provided on camera. That's a lot of money being paid on camera, y'all. Another recorded call in which Henley chastised Victim 1 because someone associated with Victim 1 stated that he was working with Henley. Henley told Victim 1 that Victim 1 had to pay Henley for Victim 1's associate using his name. Victim 1 told Henley that he had nothing to do with it and questioned how they get the money from him. Henley repeatedly said to tie him up if that was necessary, but that Henley would not get involved. In the same call, Henley said if Victim 1 paid his rent, he would let him off for the weekly tax payment.
We got content.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.